Well, good afternoon to you. Meteorologist Art Jarrett here. I want to give you an overview of what's happening for your day today. And excessive heat warnings in play. And of course, it is an alert day, not just once, but for two different things as well. We'll get into it here with hot and humid conditions today with the heat indices showing you that it's going to feel like it's 90 to 110 degrees across the area. Yikes, right? And that means all areas. And of course, that's going to affect everyone. I'm going to show you here. We also have part two here of this. We're looking at this evening and around 8 p.m. all the way to about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, maybe even kind of skirting all the way to the noon hour. You're looking at damaging winds and hail. We're also picking up again, mostly north of I-90. Now, La Crosse will still be in that, so you'll get swiped a couple of times today going into the overnight hours and into possibly tomorrow. That being said, let's take a gander at what's happening. The heat risk for Monday, you can see it. Here we are in Wisconsin. You're holding on to at least you're looking at some reds or some purples, and you're also looking at the possibility of some orange in there. That means we're going to be very hot and humid as we go through the next few days. These are at least extreme to major to moderate. And as we go into it, by the time we get into Tuesday, just around, say, the overnight hours at midnight, you're going to be seeing it begin to break down. Once we get into sunrise tomorrow, we lose a lot of that heat. We're also getting into at least minor to a little bit less. And then once you go into about 4 o'clock in the afternoon for Tuesday, fingers crossed, by the way, on this one, you're going to be seeing everything begins to back off. We cool down. But what does that mean to you? We know the overview. Well, at noon today, right now where we're in, 87 degrees currently. The heat index, it feels like 100 degrees. So if you're out there, this is going to affect sensitive groups as well as most individuals and everyone. We're all included in this today. We go into 4 p.m., you're looking at 96 degrees. Well, it'll feel like about 106 degrees, and then possibly, or actually I have it at 108. That's what it's supposed to be. And then once you get into 7 p.m., 94 degrees, it'll feel like 103. So yikes, again, it's going to be extremely hot and it's going to be quite dangerous for a lot of folks. Current temperatures for you right now, 84 to at least 91 degrees out there, and that heat will only get worse once the sun opens up into partly cloudy skies with a little extra sunshine hitting that ground. Temperature change, we're at least say 2 to about 11 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. Current dew points are now widespread in the 70s to around the middle 80s, right? Whew. Okay, so we get into this. We are in a slight risk for severe weather. La Crosse, you're in this as well. Everything north, we're also seeing now you're in an enhanced risk. Winona, Eau Claire, that is quite dangerous weather there. Black River Falls, you're kind of splitting the difference between a slight chance and enhanced chance of weather. So that is for damaging wind and hail, okay, that we mentioned before. Not to mention we could see a spin-up tornado. And out of this is what you're looking at. Here it comes about the 8 o'clock hour. Up north, Ladysmith down to Eau Claire, then it kind of sweeps across, hits possibly La Crosse, and working its way eastward and up and out of the area it goes. We get a break. We come back again at 5 a.m. in the morning. Eau Claire, Ladysmith, you're back in the mix. We get back into areas by about sunrise. You're looking at La Crosse is in that, in and out of the showers and maybe a storm where you're going to be seeing more of that heavy rainfall well up to the north. Now that little bow echo right there, you're seeing all that continuing on. Hopefully that gets out of the area quickly and then begins to dissipate, which is going to happen as we go into the 9 o'clock hour or so for tomorrow. This is the rainfall we're expecting, at least 1/4 of an inch all the way up to about maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Here are the zones and who's getting what. As you can see, we're looking at least the possibility of these numbers to be very hot for everybody. But you notice there's no rainfall in this just yet. The rain doesn't come until the evening hours. That being said, we're also going to be picking up the possibility of this heat continuing on through everybody all the way to the evening hours. So it will not let up. So you're going to have to take your time to do things today and take it slow. As we go over the next 8 days, we have again 90s today, 90s tomorrow, and those are the lower 90s, hopefully. Then we'll see that rainfall is again. It's a 30% chance, carrying over to more sunshine on Wednesday with another storm or two, and heading our way with a 60% chance going into Thursday.
All right, good afternoon. To stay inside if you can, right? Definitely stay hydrated no matter what.
That's like my Sunday.
Staying inside. Yeah, I know. You have an excuse to do it today then too.
She keeps telling me to get a pet.
Yes. Good weather for a pet, not really. Good weather to stay inside.